Hello and welcome back to another episode of Steele My Story. This week we've got a special guest, Isaac Kessler, play his clip from Canada's Got Talent, here to tell us some behind the scenes, as well as his stories of summer love and romance and severely injuring his foot, but also not injuring his foot. Tune in or keep watching. Anyway, here's the episode.
Oh, hey.
Who are you?
All right. Oh.
There we go. Okay. Is he just going to keep taking out glasses?
Maybe.
Is this the act?
Okay.
Okay. Wait, it's going to get better.
Sir, how'd you feel that you did? Yeah. You didn't come with talent, not leaving with talent, but you are going home.
Stealing Story. Can you steal my story?
You're the only guy who
We've
has...
already talked about this.
I know, but you
ago.
have 50,000... What do you got, 50,000 followers?
Not anymore. They're dropping out.
Okay, 49,000.
40,000.
And you've posted, what, 3 videos?
Yeah, man.
You're the only guy who immediately makes it instantly on TikTok. It's the only thing that ever worked for your career in a good way. And you're like, well, better not ever take advantage of this.
Yeah, man. Sorry,
Well.
my dad was going through cancer at the time. My
Well, look, I'm not
apologies.
saying... Nobody asked for this sad story.
That's true. You know what he said?
How did that work out?
My dad's cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
It's okay, Ian's dad's dead, so he can
My dad died first, so it's kind of my brand.
We have a competition thing, me and Ian.
Yeah. So everyone who thinks I was a little too dark, I'm the Prince of Darkness. I was born in the darkness.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, we gotta do this story thing.
Well, we got to do this. Yeah, this story thing.
Yeah,
It's
story thing.
just my podcast, Steal My Story.
Where do I look?
You-
Do I look right here?
Don't look into the
You can look at it. Ideally, it's like you're having a conversation.
Ideally,
with
you
friends.
don't look straight into the camera.
Well, if I was having a conversation, then you would be over
I
here. I wouldn't be
occasionally-
looking at nothing. You guys are to the right and left. I gotta do
Yeah,
this all
yeah,
the time.
exactly. Just
Sorry.
like moderately, you know.
You guys have actors on this podcast.
Like,
I
as
haven't
if-
worked in a while.
As if you're Batman, Michael Keaton, where he couldn't move
Right,
his
you
face.
can't really
Oh
move
yeah, I
his
like
head.
that.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
I
Okay, man.
love that Isaac. It's like you go on a talk show and immediately you're like, "Why is the audience here? This doesn't
Yeah,
make any
it doesn't
sense.
What the
make any
fuck?
sense.
I'm supposed to promote a movie."
I occasionally do like a fourth wall break and like speak into the, but
So you're doing-
only
you're looking
I'm Deadpool. You guys are not Deadpool. I'm Deadpool.
Oh, you're Deadpool.
Are any of us Wolverine?
I don't know. Do you think you're Wolverine?
On a good day when I'm not eating too much bread.
Can I be Blake Lively?
Ooh, controversial.
Ooh, flirty.
I guess that is controversial.
Well, right. Oh, yeah. She's going through all that. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
guess
can't keep
so.
up. There's something new every day. I'm like, forget it. I don't care that much.
Really? Is
Yeah.
there something new every day?
With her, apparently. My
Wow.
friend keeps up me that my friend keeps me up on it, but I can't. It's too much. Too much shit's going on.
I saw a clip of Anna Kendrick. You guys see that?
Yeah, where she like wasn't
Dodge the question. They were like, "What do you think's going on? Do you think it was distracting from the movie? Because maybe she's in it as well."
Oh,
No, they
yeah.
did another movie together because they did that one murder something. Isn't it the false sequel to that?
I'm not sure.
Ugh.
But then anyway, I
I'm
saw her
probably
expertly
wrong.
dodge it. She's like, "I don't know. I did ayahuasca and I can't remember anything the last 2 years of my life."
The ayahuasca thing.
You saw that?
I
Nice.
saw that clip. I don't know what it was pertaining to.
Is that why you can't remember your TikTok password from
Is it
ayahuasca?
ayahuasca?
Yeah.
I wish I could do ayahuasca, man. I've been trying to do ayahuasca for a long time.
Why
I don't
don't
think you should do ayahuasca. I feel like you would have a mental break for sure.
Oh, I need that. I gotta vomit up my nightmares, dude. That's exactly what I need. in my
That's the
life.
name of your podcast, Vomit Up My
Vomit
Nightmare.
up my nightmares.
Time to
Yeah.
vomit
we do
up my
ayahuasca
nightmares.
together.
Why don't we make you a deal? You sell Alexa your TikTok account live on the show now.
Yeah.
We turn into the Steal My Story clip page.
You want my TikTok account?
Oh my god, I don't. Ian's trying to use me.
Oh, you don't want it.
I'm trying to broker a deal here.
Broker a deal. It's all right winger, tiny teenagers, tiny little teenagers.
Oh my
Little
gosh.
right-wingers.
That's who follows you?
Is
Yeah,
that really?
man. No,
That's your
QAnon.
demographic?
Yeah, they're all.
How did you get that demographic?
Isaac's the Ben Shapiro of Canada.
Because I did it went viral. The first ever video I posted on TikTok went
What
viral.
was this viral video?
It's Vagetti. So it was right after the insurrection at the Washington Capitol.
Yeah, I
And
do remember this.
People said I looked like the guy who stole Nancy Pelosi's lectern, the podium, and I do. So I dressed up as him.
The resemblance is uncanny.
Thank you. And then and then there was a post that said like man caught stealing Nancy Pelosi's podium via Getty. But the way that it was written on the comma on Twitter, people on the internet thought the guy's name was via Getty.
Yeah, because you know photos
Yeah.
that say via Getty.
But it was
Getty
comma via
images.
Getty images.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, via Getty's a good name. So
People thinking his name was via Getty is so stupid.
Oh, it was via Getty, man. I love it. So good.
And that was the voice you did. And you made a
Yeah.
couple videos. And how many views did it get?
Oh, you told me. You were the one that broke the news to me. Because I'll give it up to Ian. Ian encouraged me to post. So I appreciate
And you
that
never
from
did
Ian.
it again.
Yeah, he immediately
Again.
made it, became
Yeah.
successful.
I remember that. I was with a couple friends and you texted me, be like, have you seen your video yet? I was like, what are you talking about? And then I checked and it was blowing up real
Yeah,
fast.
like it got like a million views in a
crazy.
night or something, right?
Yeah, I got like 1.8 mil. Yeah. Like within like hours, it got like 12 hours, got a
Amazing.
million views in like 12 hours, something like that.
You're so-
and the one thing I was most proud of was I picked up like 44,000 followers
that is
in like
so
2 to 3
funny.
days.
And then you never posted again,
No, I
you
never posted.
wacko.
No, never posted again.
So funny.
Oh, we did a video.
No,
in your
yeah, didn't
apartment.
you guys do like a follow-up video?
Yeah,
and
we
then
did a
like
thing,
Yeah, we
trying
did
to
a couple.
Find me from the, but never really.
Never-
It's the fucking algorithm.
Yeah.
man.
You know what it is? It's like you hit a home run off your first at bat or a hole in one in golf,
Mhm.
and you can't live up to that again. You walked away. You're
I
like,
walked away, man. I Michael Jordan did.
Yeah.
Right after just one.
but
Just
one
one.
tryout.
Yeah, I just got swarmed, hit a one free throw. I'm out, man.
That was it.
You're
I'm
like,
all
Michael, you're
good.
not going to be rich if you leave now.
No, I didn't make any money. I was just subbing in. Nobody would ever sign me again. Just one free throw, man.
This one, well,
That's it.
it was a slam dunk. Whatever.
Pretty good
It
sports
was.
reference.
Thank you.
Yeah, good.
I was questioning myself if that was right, but as I was
for basketball?
saying, I was like, I think that's
It's
it.
a slam dunk. But if I could slam dunk, I would do it a lot more if I could.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can do this.
You
ever
can't
again.
slam dunk? Oh, you
Yeah.
mean in like...
You wanna be-
Well, I
content.
can't ever do a character again or do
Right.
something as brilliant as that.
Yeah.
It's just
That was your
You're a
magnum
one-hit
opus.
wonder.
hit the zeitgeist, man.
Yeah.
You're a lot like MC Hammer.
How am I like
A one-hit wonder.
A one-hit wonder?
Yeah.
Is that true? Has he had one hit?
Yeah, I can't touch this.
What about Hammer
Yeah.
Time? Hammer man.
Yeah,
Time.
no,
See, I don't know that one.
Nobody who heard
You know
that.
Hammer
no,
Time?
no.
Hammer Time.
I think he
or
tried
Hammer
to.
Man.
Did he see-
definitely
he's-
tried to do another. You can't touch this. And
It's
it didn't work
Hammer
out.
Time. That one?
Hammer Time.
Yeah, you're right. There was just a follow-up, but it wasn't a
Yeah,
hit.
Yeah,
okay,
Hammer
fine.
Time.
He had two hits,
Yeah.
just like you.
Two-hit wonder. Well,
Vanilla Ice.
one. I don't know if I had anything else.
Yeah.
Just had the
Second one didn't
video,
do
man.
wasn't as hot.
No, man. We didn't get any pickup on that. It was brutal.
Well, what have you
There
been
you go.
doing since? You're still a performer. What do you got cooking?
We talking about this now?
All right. Let me do my intro.
Okay.
Let
Are
me
you doing
do-
intro?
Yeah,
There's
I
an
do my intro.
We haven't done an intro.
Yeah, I do my intro. We chat a little first, and then I go, "Hey, welcome back to Steele My Story, the podcast where we bring on a guest to tell one true story and one stolen story." I'm your host, Alexis Steele. Get it? It's my last name. You've heard that joke before, and you'll hear it again next week. And here's my lovely co-host, Ian Fisher. Woo, boo. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
I get booed.
And our wonderful guest for this week, Isaac Kessler, comedian, actor. Now tell us what you've been up to lately.
Oh, man.
You're not escaping that question.
I
I'm
know.
just kidding.
God.
Not
Oh.
TikTok, that's for sure.
Yeah, not on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. Oh, I guess you could tell people I do clown.
There you go, professional
Everybody-
clown.
Are you doing it now?
Are you-
Yeah, man. But doctor, I am Pagliacci. Yeah, just a sad clown, man. Just a sad clown.
Hell yeah.
I do clown. Listen, I mean, am I an actor? I guess I'm an actor, but
Yeah.
I haven't worked in like 7 years.
Hey.
If only you had 50,000 followers, then you could make your own content.
Yeah, I'd be huge.
That's not true, Isaac.
In the
You
Southern
auditioned,
United
and you have
States.
not told the story on our show. You auditioned for Canada's Got Talent this year.
Last year.
Last year.
Last year.
But it aired this year. Or yeah.
That's right.
And the newest season of Canada's Got Talent.
Right. That's right.
And your clip kind of blew up.
Kind of.
And
Kind of. Not a lot, but
and
kind
they
of,
hated you instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I tell a story. I haven't told a story.
Tell that
This is a
story.
Unless that was going to be one of your 2 stories today.
No,
Not
that would have been
anymore.
too easy to find out how true that would have been. That would have been a much too easy to know that.
Because Alexa hasn't heard that story.
You haven't heard that story?
No, Ian told me that story actually.
Oh, you have heard the story.
Because Ian's a certified yapper, and I know everything.
Well, a little bit,
that
but not from your
happened.
point of view. And the audience hasn't heard it. They'd love to hear it if you're
true.
down to tell it.
Yeah, I haven't told in a while, so we'll see. We'll see what comes out. Yeah, and I guess my line of work, it's kind of something that is possible to do to get views to help the career. Maybe would be to get on CGT or AGT. And
America's Got Talent,
Thank you,
Canada's Got
America's
Talent.
Very good. Thank
For
you.
those of you who are not good with abbreviations.
Thank you so much. Yes. And I used to live in LA.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, thank you very much. Los Angeles, Hollywood.
Ooh, throwing out all the acronyms.
LAH.
LAH, Los Angeles Hospital. I lived there with Ian when Ian was there as well. And
IF, Ian Fisher.
IF, Ian Fisher.
There you
Yeah. IBF. Yeah.
fucking?
Irritable bowel Fisher. Or
Well, I don't love
Ian
that.
Blaze Fisher, isn't that right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's my
I
full
know,
name.
I know. Ian Blaze Fisher.
Blaze.
What's your middle name?
Rose.
That's nice.
Isn't it?
It's really nice.
Okay, so you...
Anyway, so I was
Sorry,
in
excuse
LA.
me.
I'm not a very good storyteller, by the way. You'll find that out pretty soon. So I was thinking of years for doing this thing because I was starting to do a lot of solo bits, solo comedy stuff on stage, solo clown, and never did it when I was in LA. And then pandemic, blah blah blah. I'm back in Toronto, and I was thinking, okay, maybe because I thought I have a few characters that I thought could work on there, and then he's not a close buddy, but he's a friend of mine, Viggo Venn, a brilliant clown from Norway. He blew up on BGT, Britain's Got Talent,
Hey.
and he won.
Wow, really?
He won. He beat everybody out, and he did some brilliant clowning. On
How much money you win for that?
200 or 250 pounds, thousand.
It's like $500,000 USD kind of.
I guess so. Yeah. Good take.
Not
So
bad.
he won, did a great job, kind of blew up, and was good publicity for people who do clown.
Mhm.
And that kind of alternative comedy. And
And for people who don't know, clown's kind of like unfunny stand-up.
my man, thank you. That's right. Yeah,
Oh my
the
God.
thing that I do that
Dedicated
everybody
your life.
is either they hate or they're afraid of it. They
Yeah.
don't know. They're ignorant.
It's a
or-
rough image that's going
Yeah.
on for clown.
But it's
right
not
now.
like he's like a clown like the guy from It. It's a lot more...
Well, yeah, he's obviously not a psychotic killer.
Like
alien.
Isaac went to the same
No.
school as Sacha Baron Cohen, who plays Borat.
That's right.
Ah.
Same training,
So
same
did
background.
Vigo. So did other people.
Right,
We all
right,
studied
right.
with Philippe Gaulier.
And this guy who won, he kind of blew it up, made it more mainstream, and you thought, hey, maybe I could win Canada's Got Talent.
Well, I started thinking about not to win per se, but I thought like, okay, well, I got this one character I've been doing for a few years that I thought could work out kind of well, and so, anyways, also one of my very best friends is Gordon Neal, who runs Sweet Action Theater, which is the only clown theater in Toronto. He wanted to apply as well, and so I said, well, can I swear? I can swear. I've already
Yeah,
sworn,
you can
right?
swear.
Oh, fuck it. I said, I'm going to I'm going to apply as well. And so we both applied. He had applied before me, and then he had heard back from them, and they were interested. So I was like, well, I'm going to apply too then. So I did that.
You said Gord's not funny. They're going to take this guy.
Maybe you can get in. I
well,
can get in.
yeah, I was interested. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply too. And then they got back to me and they said, okay, we're interested. So then it was, all right, well, we're going to set up a Zoom, a 45-minute Zoom with one of the producers. I think his name was Dan or something. I can't remember. And I said, okay, cool. So I got on a 45-minute Zoom with Dan. Let's say his name was Dan. And it was a great call. He was really... it's really nice, you know. We talked about the art form and my idea. It's a silent character. It's a silent character. So I said, you know, because usually on, of course, these Got Talent shows, they have the interview segment. And I was like, well, you know, I don't really want to break character. I don't even, you know, I want to be this character. I want to be silent. And he was like, I got it. Like, I really like that. It's a good idea. And I talked about the Vigo idea. Vigo has duration and repetition in his comedy. And so that my act kind of has that as well. And I thought, you know, there's a chance. I also told this guy, I said, listen, I know this could go either way. Because I'm a pretty unlucky guy in my life. And,
I realize that this may go horribly.
Yeah,
may go great.
It's the nature of the work where there's no fourth wall. So I connect with the audience and I recognize the hatred they have for me a lot of the time in my performing life. So this could go either way, I said, you know. But I said, you know, but I would give a good performance and I would stay in character and I would, you know, I wanted to do what I want to do in my art. And he appreciated that and he was supportive of it, which I thought was, I didn't expect that. So, you know, I was like, okay, cool. Let's do it. So I sent the video. Did I feel like you sent them a video clip of the thing, right?
Oh, okay.
This is where it started to go a little bit off. So I got a response back saying, oh yeah, you have to actually send in like a clip of you doing it. Even though I'd already sent in a clip of me doing it.
Yeah.
But they said, no, it has to be really confined towards our timing. Oh, okay. And this is the thing. They said, you can't use that song. You got to use the song we give you, which was like a really kind of generic track. It's like called royalty free or something.
Right.
Which would have felt like, I was like, okay, maybe that's like for time or something just to get to it. So... And I had to leave that weekend, so I had no time. But I got the costume on, went to cleared all the shit away in a room in my house, and I recorded it. I had to it's really difficult because I practiced my bit to the choreography with this track.
What was the original song you used?
The original song was a 90s dance track. Yeah, Hammer Time. It was close though. It was hey. What's wrong with you? Na 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 good to me.
Do you know it?
No, I don't know that one.
Then it goes,
you know what? We'll play. We'll get the producer to put it in.
Yeah, man.
For like 5 seconds.
Yeah, for 5 seconds. It's a really good track.
Oh, no, I was just listening to the song.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah,
yeah.
In the future.
Yeah, you remember that one in the future. Good.
Okay, so then you're practicing to your royalty-free one and it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same because I got to change the rhythm up and I had to practice it and get this thing done. So I do it. I sent it in. I'm like, great. And I left town. I went on an airplane, I think. Well, maybe I drove to Quebec or something. So anyways, then I heard back in the email and they're like, oh, yeah, you have to shave 10 seconds off the top and re-record and send.
But did they tell you like there's a good chance we're going to bring you in for an audition? Like
at this point, they weren't even like, they were 50-50. They were like, yeah, we're interested and you had the call and Danny likes you and all that, but we still need to see you do the bit, but to our standards. And
right.
I was like, oh my God. Started to get on my nerves.
Your standards are impossible.
Yeah, exactly. So then, and I'm away and I said, I just cut 10 seconds off the top. Just fucking cut 10 seconds off. Like, I was like, I'll just start into it quicker then. What do you want? They wanted me to do it again. And I was like, well, I'm not back, so you have to wait a few days. Like, good Lord. I don't get paid for any of this shit, you know? So I do it. I do it again. I cut the 10 seconds. It's exactly what they want. I send, they're like, haha, we love it. That's great. And so I'll preface it by saying that the character name is Super Slick Dude. Super Slick Dude's the character's name. Yeah. And, so I sent it in and then, okay, I'll try to condense this thing. I just remember what I remember. They're like, all right, you're on. Because I also talked to Danny, but I said, me and Gourd, you know, he directed my solo show. I ended up directing Gourd's solo show. We work together, we teach together. And, you know, it'd be great if we were on the same weekend together as well. So he's like, yeah. So they really like Gourd's thing. Gourd was in. They put
Gourd's
me in.
also, for the record, I know I said that he wasn't funny. And I meant it. No. Gourd's hilarious. We hung out at a Super Bowl party recently, and he killed it.
Yeah, Gourd's. He killed it. As if Ian Fisher needs someone at a Super Bowl party to impress him.
I tipped him on the way out. Okay.
So anyways, they're like, all right, you're going to Niagara Falls.
Mhm.
Isaac, you're Friday. Gourd, you're Saturday. So we make a trip of it. Like, but I, of course, everything is, I got the hotel, motel
Mhm.
myself, Holiday Inn, I got to book it
Hotel,
all.
motel, holiday.
Yeah. So, okay.
But you were you must have been ecstatic, right? You're going to be on the show. At least
No, I'm not ecstatic.
You're not happy about
No,
it?
I don't get happy about things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's just a me thing, though. Yeah. I'm not really excited. It's like, I'm okay. Like, it's like, okay. Here's the thing. I have a lot of reservations because I know how this could go for me.
Right.
And people are excited for me. My mother, sweet
Mhm.
mother.
Yes.
Mother is very excited for me. Other people excited. My partner excited for me. But I'm not too excited because I just want to be balanced because I know there's a chance it could not go well. And
That they might not like Super Slick Dude.
yeah, it's just something inside of
Because
me
you've done it
felt
live
this.
before and no one's ever liked it?
Well, it's just one of those things that people like that I'm like, but this could just something could go
Maybe
off,
not,
man.
yeah.
Something go. So, anyways, I think that was like a month and a half before the decision was made, and then they gave you the date. So we had to plan this whole thing out. We go to Niagara Falls. I'm pretty anxious the night before. Pretty anxious. My bit is like the guy dances. It's all silent. Takes off a whole bunch of sunglasses.
Actually, we played it off the top for the audience.
You did play it off the top?
We played it in the cold open.
In the cold open.
So everybody
Yeah.
listening right now, everybody watching got to see it.
Wow. He's doing this live. He's making these decisions live.
It's
This
pretty
is
cool.
very interesting. It's pretty
We're
cool.
good
yeah.
operation we
This
got
is
here.
interesting. I like this. Yes, as you saw, there's like 40 sunglasses in my jacket. It's a magician's jacket. Anyways, thank you.
40 sunglasses in there.
Is it a custom jacket?
It is a custom jacket that I found at a thrift store a consignment store in LA.
And it had all those pockets built in?
And built-in pockets.
That's amazing.
And I had to do a bit that night in LA, and I was like, oh, I think I'll just pop like 40 sunglasses in here and hide them.
And that's where it was born.
That's where it was born.
Okay, so back to this. So
Back
you're
to
in
the
Niagara
thing. So
Falls.
now I don't sleep. I got maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep. I think I'm at like 5 a.m. because you got to be there at like 6:15
Oh,
for
wow.
check-in. And this is the thing too. They said, hey, Isaac, please come in character.
Okay.
Please come in character because we're going to be filming it off the top.
Okay.
Now, this could go poorly or well. By the way, I also have this like custom molded $50 US fake teeth that make my teeth look huge.
Is it uncomfortable?
Super uncomfortable. I actually think they're like reverse braces. They're actually like bending my teeth.
Oh my God.
It's like it hurts to have it in my
Yeah.
mouth. So I got to walk in with this shit.
And you normally would have that on for like an hour during the show, but not like 10 hours.
No, I would have it on for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll jump forward for a second. I was in character for like 14 hours.
Oh my God.
Like 14 hours that day. So it was one of the craziest days of my life. I get there in character. They have like the upstairs fake studio
hmm
where they have those big steel like those crates that they travel with like concerts and everything. What are those
Mhm.
called? I know those things, right? And like the lights and that's just a fake holding area where they film and they do
Mhm.
interviews and they see all the acts coming up and there's like
People practicing putting on makeup.
makeup
Right,
stuff.
right.
Then they've got like
That's not real?
that's not real.
You're actually waiting in like...
No, you're like they're the floor below, and there's just like a bunch of plastic tables set up and like the shittiest snacks on earth, and everyone's just waiting for hours and hours
to get to the fake dressing room.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. So I go they're holding areas. They give you the whole spiel at the beginning of like whether you get 4 yeses, you may still not go to the second round. All the lawyers are on Zoom. So there we go. So then I'm like, okay. Now throughout the day, they're like at different times, they're like, hey, if you guys want to go upstairs to get some B-roll, I end up spending maybe 5 hours like a long time. I loved upstairs because here's the deal. There's so many line producers and different people working in the backstage of Canada's Got Talent. Then there's a whole world on the on stage, we'll call it, of Canada's Got Talent. And I don't like that. I don't like anyone from Canada's Got Talent on the front side of it.
Right.
I really love the people backstage. They're really sweet. When I got there at 6:15, the check-in people, they were like, super slick, dude. Good to see you. Really
They recognized you from your
yeah,
pre-stream.
they were excited.
Nice.
They were they loved the video. They were like happy that I was in character, and I
Yeah.
was like, I felt nice, you know.
Yeah.
And the people in the fake dressing room, they were really nice to me the whole time. They loved me because I'd always be in the back, just doing this shit the whole time and like not saying anything. I had like a 15-girl. It was like a South Indian dance company ranging from like 6 years old to like 20 years old or something. And like, they loved me. Had the best time. And so like, I met some cool people, really talented people, and I had a great time. And I was on a lot of B footage. Then came the time I'd do my tech. So that was...
So for people who don't know, a tech run is essentially like a rehearsal with your music, with your sound.
That's right.
No judges.
No judges.
To let the camera people know
Yeah.
and the sound people know what's going to happen.
That's right. So they tell me, okay, Isaac, it's your time to do tech. So I go down, and I had not seen the theater yet. Right? Huge. It was like 1,000 seats. And there's this like older lady at the clipboard and the cans and everything. And she's like, all right, come on. You're going to come here. This is your mark right here. Okay, yeah. And she's like, the microphone's going to go right here. And I was like, but I'm a silent character. I don't need a microphone. She's like, what do you mean you're silent? I was like, what do you mean I'm silent?
You said,
Everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows I don't talk.
It's like, no, I don't say. It's like, okay. And then she's like, no microphone. It's like, going on. I'm like, okay. It's like, all right. And then they're going to ask you questions. Yeah, and then you're going to leave, I guess. And I was like, what about my music? She's like, you have music? I was like, what the? Yeah, I fucking have music.
You gave me the music.
Yeah. So I was like, where's the music? Let's hear the track. I'm not even kidding you. It goes, that's as long as they gave me. That's as long. That's literally as long as the music.
Like they
played.
essentially just cued it to prove they had the right song, but like no practice.
And no prep, no volume check. It was like, I'm like, yeah, that was it. She's like, okay, you gotta go. I was like,
okay.
Well, what about my sunglasses? They're like, what? I was like, well, I'm gonna throw my sunglasses. I want to get them back. She's like, you throw sunglasses? Don't hit the judges. I'm like, okay, don't worry. I can't throw that far. It's like fucking like 40 feet away.
Yeah, I'm not throwing a football.
Yeah.
Lady.
So I'm like, she's like, well, he wants to get the sunglasses off. And then he's like, and then the tech guy's like, how you cue the music? I was like, well, I'll point. And she goes, you can't point. I was like, what do you mean I can't point?
Is pointing's rude?
No, he says the tech booth can't see you. Let me fucking tell you what the tech booth. The tech booth, there's a judges here, there's audience, there's a tech booth.
They
Of course they
Yeah.
can fucking see me. They're right over there. And then a guy comes over and he goes, like, we can see him. Like, do you want a cue? I'm like, yeah, I want a cue. I'll
Love
cue
a
you with
cue.
my hands. He's like, okay, but which one? I'm like, I guess like the second one, I guess. And she was just like hustling us out. I'm not even kidding you. I was probably out there on the theater, minute 45. And she's like, all right, next. I was like, fucking, okay, here we go. And I'm just thinking like, all right, I guess this is reality TV. I just want to say something now. I found out a lot of information the following days because the next day Gordon did the whole same thing I did. Gordon had 20 minutes. He
Oh.
had 20-minute tech. Okay? They walked him through every moment. They played the full thing multiple times. They got it in his body. They said, okay.
They let him do the whole routine.
The whole thing.
So you feel like you were set up to fail, or that they hated you already?
I knew I was set up to fail. I felt it.
You
was set up
You
to
were Lee
fail.
Harvey Oswald of Canada's Got
I
Talent,
was
dude.
fucking set up to fail, dude. I was a guy.
You're a fall guy, man.
I was a fall guy, dude. Inside job, man. That was me, dude. It was okay.
What's nice is you finally have a platform to get all this on the air.
There
Get
you
all this
go,
out there.
yeah.
Get your side of the story.
Oh my god! It makes me so mad. Oh, I fucking hate it. So I do this tech, minute 45. I'm out of there. At some point, I was like, I can't keep these fucking teeth in anymore. I got to break character.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting on the plastic table. So like, oh, if I can move my teeth again. So I go do more B-roll. I have a good time. Later in the day, they're like, oh, okay, we got to do the actual one-on-one shots outside of the casino and shit like that. So that was super fun. I'm dancing. He's getting really good footage of me. And I'm thinking, if they like destroy me, what would be amazing is like, they're like, and then we got this guy. And then they show me walking into the casino, dancing, and then doing the thing, whatever.
They kind of tell a story for a little bit.
Story. And then he leaves. That's like, I'm thinking, okay, I'm giving them a lot of good footage. Right? That's what I'm thinking. Then at some point, right, this is closer to like, it's still afternoon, but my friends, Gordon hasn't got to town yet, but my people are coming in. Ken's coming in to my comedy partner, best friend. Ken's coming in.
From Ken was on
Umbrella Academy?
Yeah.
Umbrella Academy. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I'm
on there.
sitting with some really good actors here, well-known people, and everybody that is around me are very successful.
They
I attract success to other people.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't. It just
get
bounces off.
success.
Yeah, I'm the yin yang of the world. Like without me, there would be no success. They have to have the opposite.
There's no joy without pain.
Yeah. You're the prince. I'm the king of darkness.
Right.
I invented the darkness. There's no darkness without me.
So you have all these people but they like your act, which should say means it's good. So they're all there to support you.
They're coming to town. They're on the Gardner Expressway, as I was recently, unfortunately in traffic. And one of the producers comes over to me and is like, "Hey, the producers." I was like, "Who the fucking? There's all these producers here. They want to know if you can go in the first show because there's 2 tapings that day. It's like a 3-hour taping, and I was in the night taping. They already told me that a month and a half.
And you'd been there since 6 a.m.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, they want to move you to the first taping, and I was like,
Okay.
well, my friends are coming in. They're not going to make it. It's like, oh, are you sure? Can you ask them? I'm like, can I ask them? It's like, I'm not doing it. They're like, oh, as if I'm the problem. As if I'm the guy's giving me attitude. As if I'm out here. I had 2 hours of sleep. We planned this a month and a half ago, and you want me to move it up? Which also then got me another red flag. There's a lot of red flags here. And I'm like, why the fucking hell are you goddamn moving this shit around? I didn't like it. Didn't like the feeling of it. I said no. So I'm going to be in the evening show. And I was. So then I'm going to skip forward. Let's just skip forward to the juicy, the real juice here, right? Okay, Isaac, you're on. You're on. Which means get all your shit together. And I would have been practicing in the hallway. And I have all these sunglasses. It has to be, I can know exactly where my sunglasses are. And you have to go, there's like, they get you, like there's one person's on stage performing, then there's another person here, and then I'm third.
Mm-hmm.
So you start at like the real backstage area, the hallway, and then you move into like the stage is out here, but I'm over here in the holding where they're also filming, like right before you go on kind of thing.
Right.
So now I'm in this area and people are like these actual talented people are like crazy stretching, they're dancers and shit. And then I'm in character and I'm pretending to stretch and I'm like cracking up the people backstage, the crew and stuff. You know what I mean? Like
they're enjoying.
Yeah. And there's this really sweet, I guess a line producer. He must have been like 18 or something, a really young kid. And he's got the clipboard and he goes, "Hey, look at this." Cause he's like loving my shit. And he shows me this thing and the blonde host of the show, I see like the name and it's super slick dude. And it's like, there's interview questions. Like it's the questions she's supposed to ask me. And nobody ever showed me that until this 18-year-old guy did. And one of the questions is like, oh, like how did you learn how to do, or like, what's your favorite thing, And all I have are like finger guns, right? So in my good improv clown brain, I'm like, oh shit, I got to prepare for this. So I look at the makeup mirror and I start to like get the choreography down of what I'm going to do to answer the question, right? Because no one ever showed me this beforehand, right? So let's just skip forward. Now I'm on deck. Here we go.
Are you nervous? Because you're about to play in front of like 1,000 people, right?
Yeah.
You're like, holy fuck, it's going down?
I was like...
You gonna lay eyes on Howie Mandel?
At this point, I was so happy to like finally been doing it. I'm finally going to do this
finally
thing.
there.
Finally, like this long ass day and like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm just looking forward to play. I'm just going to play hard. And so it's now they got me on deck. So now the blonde comes over and going to ask me these questions. Asked none of the questions that were on the sheet.
Oh no.
And I'm a silent character, but didn't ask the right questions or anything. So I'm like, okay.
They changed their questions on you.
But then, I mean, they weren't even like good questions. Like there weren't even nothing questions. Then they're like, and go on stage. I was like, fucking, here we go. So I got out there and I'm in front of all these people. And what do? Well, they started asking me questions.
Before you begin?
Like when I get there, they're like, okay, who's this? Who's this out here? Right now, there's a man on the panel who I now completely hate with a passion. That's Cardinal Official.
I was like, is he going to say who it is?
Cardinal Official.
Oh my God.
Cardinal Official. They label Cardinal as the person who's going to ask me all the questions. So he's the guy. And he starts asking me the most inane questions. When I'm like, in my mind, in character, I'm thinking, uh-oh, exactly what I thought was going to happen is now happening. They are trying to bury me.
You can't answer.
Yeah.
I can't answer. They're trying to bury me. I knew
Right.
it. They're not trying to help me
Yeah.
succeed at all.
Mhm.
This is it. We're in this right now. Now, so he's asking me these questions that he's like, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. So I'm like doing shit like right here. And then I just hear like the audience is like,
They hate you.
I'm losing them. And they're like, I hear one lady out here. She goes like, Hamilton? And I'm like, yeah, Hamilton. I'm trying to like
Yeah.
work the crowd without being able to talk because I'm staying
Yeah.
in character. And Cardinal does something that makes me so fucking mad. At one point he goes, well, I see the slick hair and I see the glasses. I guess you're like a super slick dude or something, huh? And I'm like, this motherfucker just named me? Because they didn't call me out by name at all, by
Yeah.
character name. And I'm like,
Like they made it look like they came up with that.
yeah. I'm
Mm.
like, that's my name.
Hey, I came up with
I
that.
came up
Not
with
you,
that.
Cardinal.
No. I was so mad at him. And then it's like,
I like that your grievance with Cardi initially is that this fake name. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll let you go.
yeah. So then they're like, they do the thing they always do. I forget now. I'm trying to block it out, but they say the thing they say. It's like, whatever. They're like, and take it away. Or like, and the stage is yours. Maybe that's what the stage is yours. And I think I turn and I do this. And then nothing happens. And I think I got an X.
Like right away?
Now here's the thing. Is
Immediately an X.
4 judges, right? We got.
Did it make your heart skip a beat hearing that first X?
No, I didn't. No, but well, I'll tell you what. So hold on. There's Cardinal Official. There's Howie Mandel. There's Trish Stratus, and there's. Do you remember Lily Singh? Lily Singh was the 4th.
Oh yeah, YouTuber.
yeah.
Okay,
Lily
yeah,
Singh.
yeah.
Talk show host.
Yeah. So Howie at the beginning was on my side. Okay, but then I think I turned around. I did this. Nothing happens. I think Howie X'd me.
He's like, nah,
The first one.
bad showmanship.
Fucking Howie. So, here's the deal with the X. You guys know, above this massive stage are these massive red X's. And when they light up and the sound, because I felt this the second, and Saturday night I was there watching Gourd. I cannot tell you how scary it is in the audience to get the X. Like, the audience, it's
Oh,
like
like
the
Joel?
IMAX. It's like a fucking,
it's like an intense sound.
your whole
Like
body
a dog
just like,
getting shot.
yeah. It's like, holy fuck, what was that? Like, it's so abrupt.
Is it to design to make the audience on edge too? Like, whoa.
I don't know. Like, for me, it didn't catch me as much as it caught me the next night when I saw other people got X'd. It's just like such a fucking loud sound.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, man. You asked me if my heart skipped. My heart did not skip. I heard the X and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I know that at 3 X's, they cut the music off. So I'm like, they haven't even played the music yet. I got to do my bit. This is fucking garbage. Like, I can try to win this thing, right? So I'm like, oh, no, why is the music? Oh, right. It was 2 fucking finger guns.
Oh, so it was your fault.
Well, yeah, because the guy at the last second before being pushed away was like, all right, I was like, the second one. So they were waiting for a second cue. So that was like, boom, music goes on. Then I'm like, all right, good, we're in the bit now. So now I'm like doing my movement thing. I'm like trying to get to the, so then I start going. Sunglasses are coming off.
And the joke is just throwing 40 pairs of sunglasses.
Well, it's like you don't expect there to be so many sunglasses. I'm not saying it's a good bit. Okay.
But it's the bit.
It's the bit, man. All right. And so
You're like, the other guy won Britain's Got Talent.
yeah, man. And I felt that I started to get them.
Mm-hmm.
They
The
liked
audience
me.
or the judges.
The audiences, not the judges. The audiences were liking me.
Okay.
And it wasn't a full on like, yeah, this guy. No, absolutely not. But I had huge chunks of people really liking it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I got another X.
Who was
And
the
I'm
next X? You remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I'm
Probably
like,
Cardinal.
keep going, right? Here we go. Another X, right?
More sunglasses.
I'm throwing them, right? At one point, I see Trish Stratus go up. She was like, and she wanted to catch one. I see her doing that. So I whip them up, and I go, boom! And I launched it past Trish Stratus. Like,
Oh my God.
launched these sunglasses, and I'm like,
After
"Uh-oh."
that lady told you not to
not
do
to
that.
hit them, right? And then I'm going, and I get a third X.
She was
And-
mad she didn't get it.
Well,
Mad
and
she
then
didn't get
the
glasses.
the song goes off.
Oh.
So now I got no song, right? I'm like, fuck. Now, I want to say something too. Gourd is out there, and his wife is there, and Ken is there, and my partner's there. And my partner felt bad for me. But those 3 people were like crying, laughing.
Good.
Like,
Because
Oh,
you were bombing?
because they were
Just
destroying
everything
me,
that was
but I'm
happening.
just like this really happy guy, and I just didn't back down at all, and I just kept going. They are just laughing so hard, falling off
They
the
got
chair.
the bit.
And we found out later that, so they were also filming my friends. Like they filmed
Yeah,
the
yeah.
family members when they're on, right? And they were like, God, it was so much fun to watch you guys watch him because it was just so fun. You guys were loving so much how much he was getting destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, it is funnier that you're eating shit in front of these people. I mean, obviously,
And
they want
I'm
you to
also not stopping.
Yeah.
I still keep going, and
You
I'm just
just
this
keep
like
throwing those
happy go, like the
glasses.
guy doesn't know what's going. Like, yeah, everything's going well. They shut the music down, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. And then they start talking to me, right? The judges are like, oh wow, I don't know what that was, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, wait, I've got more. And it's like, okay, there's more because I have a build up to my bit. Where
Okay.
I've got like a triple sunglasses, which I got to do, but then I have a really big pair of sunglasses too. But they stop me, right? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to stop yet. And so I start going and I take off another pair, and Howie's like, oh, pass them to me. And I launch these sunglasses and it lands like right on the table. So if they had popped up,
Amazing.
they would have hit fucking Howie in the face. And they did hit the table right in front of him. So I almost did hit one of the judges with my sunglasses.
Also,
Oh my
a
gosh.
famous judge who does not like to be touched, like OCD, love
Yeah.
the German.
Well, why do you
folks.
ask for them then?
Just launched it at him. So then fucking Cardinal, I keep going at the third, and then of course the fourth goes down. When the fourth goes down, it's like completely stopped.
Yeah.
And like you got to talk to them now. And Cardinal, what does he say? I can't remember everything. I blacked it out, but
I think he said, "You came with no talent."
and you're leaving with no talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my God.
I remember the moment buckling over in laughter because I'm thinking, this motherfucker is telling me that. I studied with Philippe Gaulier, who has way better burns. And I'm like,
wait a minute.
this
It's
all
not
went
even
out
that
of
you think
my-
you're talented. You're like, you think you could hurt my feelings?
yeah, you can't hurt my fucking feelings, dude. I've been hurt many more times in my
The
life.
guy who
than
trained
you.
Borat was way meaner.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm
Way
thinking.
meaner
I'm
to
laughing.
me.
I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, this guy's trying to burn me?
I do also like the idea that like it wasn't even that you're like my act's amazing. You're like it's just that like how much they hated you is what haunted you too.
Well, no, that's not what haunted me. I'll tell you what, because then they said, okay, you got here, no talent, you're leaving no talent, bye-bye. I go, and then the audience is like cheering still, right? And I haven't finished my bit. So I turn back and I go, oh, wait. And I do the fucking mime, like pulling myself back on stage
Oh my God.
towards him, like, wait. Because I'm like, I'm not leaving until I finish my fucking bit. So then I like pull off another pair and I pull out the big ones. And then I do my ending, which I always planned of like, yeah, like now I'm going to go. And that lady who was not nice to me at the tech, I don't think she was happy at all because I did not leave when they told me to leave.
Yeah.
And I just stayed on stage. And okay, then I get off. Then the fucking host comes over and she's like, how'd that go? And I'm like, yeah, really good, man. All right.
Really awesome.
And then the guy I loved, who was the videographer guy, he was like, all right, we got to get the footage of you leaving. And I'm looking at the posters of the judges and I'm going up the escalators like, yeah, into the sunset. I'm like, yeah. And I'm having a great time. 'cause
You
I'm
actually
like,
weren't sad then?
no,
Like you were like it was like you were fine. Then
I
you didn't
wasn't
really-
sad at all about my performance.
Good.
At all.
Nice.
I was proud
You
of
did
myself.
what you came to do.
No, I fucking did not back down to those
Yeah.
idiots. And I stayed and I did my fucking bit. I found out later that the people, the audience producers down there, they were telling everyone to X me. So they were encouraging from when I
yeah.
started
The audience to hate you.
to hate me.
But like in a way, but you weren't trolling the Canada's Got Talent with this bit.
No.
Like you did want to win.
Oh, I wanted to win.
Yeah,
I
but like
wanted to
once
win.
you saw it was going so bad, you were like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna own how much they hate me.
Yeah, I'm
Happy
going
you
off
did the performance.
I'm going off. The guy's filming me. We're having a great time. He was a great dude. That B-roll guy, and I got my shit. Went back upstairs. I was third last or second last of the whole thing. So
Oh, really? Wow.
yeah, or fourth maybe. So I was like, everyone's pretty much gone, and I'm just up to this huge like the actual holding area, and I go to like the people backstage. The producers. I was like, I want my sunglasses. Like
I would love to have
'cause
my
I threw them. I
sunglasses.
want
Yeah.
them back. And it's like, eventually 20 minutes later, it's like, okay, I think these are them. And I'm
These are
looking
all
through it. I'm
40.
like, I'm missing two, man. I'm missing fucking two of my sunglasses. These are like cheap, but they're mine and they're special. And I want them back. And so,
The judges have them.
yeah. So I was like, I'm getting texts from like, Gourd and his wife in Kansas tell me how like they were laughing so hard. And I was so proud of myself. And the hatred is also starting to begin because I'm like, these motherfuckers, like, and I knew.
You felt like they'd set you up to fail. And they knew, they knew when you got out there that those judges were going to say no.
Yeah. And then, yes, like you said before, a lot of people in my life were very excited for me and happy, but I could not get myself into that because I didn't want to put myself there, especially because my clown teachers would remind me, they're like, Isaac, you must remember you are not funny. That's what they would tell me before going out and doing my thing. So I didn't want to get ahead of myself being like, this could go either way right now. And I didn't back down. And then I found out about Gourd's experience. Oh, before that, I'm packed all my shit up now. I'm in normal clothing and I'm still missing 2 sunglasses. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to like, because the only way I can meet up with my friends are like when everybody in the whole thing is coming out. So I kind of go out from the front doors and I'm like outside, but by a pillar of the building. And I'm waiting there. And like some people actually recognize me. And like these like teenage boys would be like, what's up? Like, what's up, man? And then my eye catches this. I see this like 7-year-old kid or 8-year-old boy walking, and on his head are one of my sunglasses.
Aw, and you snatched that shit from him.
Oh, I saw it, and I considered it for a moment, like this isn't gonna go. He's like starting to walk, and I was like, fuck it, let's go. I go and I tap on his shoulder. I see his mom turn around.
You didn't let him keep a souvenir.
And I was like, those are mine. She goes, give him the sunglasses. And I was like, thank you. I was like, fuck that kid, dude. Those are my fucking sunglasses. I didn't give them to you.
Dude, you're the bad guy of this whole story.
I don't care what I am.
You might be the bad guy.
You don't start with Cardinal of
point.
I knew it coming on this podcast. You're fucking me here.
When you finally saw the actual footage of it, were you disappointed? Was it like...
I almost cried.
Oh, no.
I almost cried. And it made matters worse. Well, here's like, okay, whatever. The next day, I'm sorry, it's just a long story, but it's important. Gourd's wife is very smart. She like try to get into things, She's like encouraging me to do stuff. And like reach out, so you can go back in character to watch Gourd, because we're like a duo kind of thing, And of course, I asked them, and one of the little producers, the guy who asked me to change to the earlier show, he's like, no, you can't come in costume to the show. You can't be in an audience. Also, you're not allowed to wear sunglasses in the audience or have a backpack and shit like that. There's like rules. So I'm like, I thought so. I go to brunch with my partner. We're just like a relaxing day in Niagara Falls. Hadn't been there in years. Then I get some missed calls coming in. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably a scam. I don't care. And then Gourd starts calling me. Gourd has now started his day at 6 a.m. He's there the whole thing. Yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, he messaged me on WhatsApp and he goes, they're trying to reach you from Canada's Got Talent. I was like, oh, fuck, I've been hanging up on them. Then I get an email and then it all starts to happen where this guy, the little producer guy, went to the big producers and they were like, yeah, actually, can he come in costume? They agreed to it. But I was like, oh, shit, okay. So I had to like, Ian knows this about me, but I try to buy shit in America to bring it over the border because we like doing that to save some money. So I had
not anymore, dude. Tariffs.
Not more tariffs. Yeah, I did that. I had to get across the border in time to get in costume and get to the theater.
And I also like that you hated wearing these teeth for so long, but then you asked them, "Hey, can I come back tomorrow and wear the teeth for another 10 hours?"
You're goddamn right. Because I did, and I sat for 4 hours watching the show, fully in character, fully silent.
Amazing.
And when Gourd was up there, the cameras were right on me and his wife. And like, Jen's very sweet, and she was crying, so happy for Gourd. And I'm out there like, yeah, like my guy.
And Gourd,
4 yeses.
4 yeses.
Wow.
4 yeses.
Oh.
Howie Mandel said, I'm going to take this down to the America. They got to see what kind of comedy is being done up here in Canada. And guess
thanks,
what?
Howie.
Guess who wasn't invited to the second round? Gourd.
Oh.
4 yeses. Bullshit,
Really?
that show. That show is bullshit, dude. Anyways, I was really mad at it. And then I find out from Gourd that also he got 20 minutes of tech. I find out his whole experience completely
It kind of
different.
sounds like they knew that maybe his act, they wanted to make it pass, and your act, they were like, oh, this is going to be a William Hung-like situation.
They machinated, dude. They fucking machinated. They are puppet masters. And they fucking did it from the very beginning. And they don't tell the Backstage crew anything. those people are just like, it's like your podcast. There's like a true story and there's a lie. You know, the true people are the
facade.
backstage. They're my friends. They like me. They don't know anything that's going to happen, right? But everybody in the front, it's like they knew. They knew I was going to get
Well, all
fucked.
reality TV is a little bit scripted.
It's all scripted.
Oh yeah.
But it's like,
100%.
But you didn't know.
because later on in my life, like in the last year, I found out in Britain's Got Talent, they actually like asked this dude to come on and they said like, we're going to tank you, but we need you to do your like
They wanted some
goldfish
bombs.
bit."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, fucking tell me that.
Right, because then you could have, I mean, you did own it anyway.
I owned it.
But at least you would have known, hey, I'm getting,
Right.
they're going to make me look like a fool.
Exactly. So when the season aired at the theater, you know, everyone wanted to like celebrate us. So we had different episodes. Gourd was like months before me. So Gourd got his packed house, amazing night, 4 yeses. We didn't know, like, we knew what happened. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't know what the cut was going to look like.
Mhm.
Gourd it was a lovely night.
Good cut for Gourd?
Yeah, good cut.
Should we run the clip?
Run the clip. Give a little.
Hello,
What's your name?
I'm Gordon Neal.
What do you do?
I am a managing director at a pension plan.
Wow. Wow.
It's very invigorating.
And so are you, sir. And so
Thank you.
are you.
Thank you so much.
How do you get into performing?
Well, my current job told me that I was too introverted, so they sent me for performance training.
What does performance training entail?
Just coming out of my shell, really.
Yeah. So you've just begun this, or have you started yet?
Yeah, I'm the most out of my shell I've been quite some time, so
Great. Well, listen, are you nervous?
not anymore.
Yeah, I know. All right, good luck. The stage is yours.
Thank you.
Oh, he's leaving. Okay. Guess he's gone back in his shell.
Back in his shell.
There we go. Yeah. Is that a dog hole?
Was he just spayed?
Just hungry. No. Oh. That's so sad. It's so sad. It's delicious.
I love this.
I just need to know if he gets the cup. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What is it?
But it fell on the floor.
It's a
5-second
cupcake.
rule.
Oh, you wanted it. Oh, toss it to him.
Toss it.
Toss it? All the way over there? It's just a cupcake. You got this.
Uh-oh.
You got this, Lily.
Here we go.
Lily. Lily.
we go.
Lily.
Love that. Wow.
Wow.
That was it.
Gordy, how
That
did
was
you
it.
do that?
It was a great throw.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lily.
Wow. Wow. I mean,
This piece that you have presented is what I'm taking back down to the States and saying, oh, you don't think Canada's got talent?
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I low-key, highest of keys loved that. It was beautiful. It was an art piece. If you don't get it, you're the problem, in my opinion. Excellent. Excellent.
I just want to say that you're handling hundreds of millions of dollars of our elderly Canadians' pension. And sometimes you don't know who's behind all this. Good luck, senior citizens of Canada.
Did you vote?
I'm going to give you a yes. I loved it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I feel like I'm part of your act now. So we get a yes from me.
You only have 2 yeses.
You need 3
You need
to get
3
through.
to go on. So let's see what happens here.
2 yeses.
People are screaming, save our pensions.
You know what? I want to see what else you're going to catch with that thing. I'm going to give you a yes.
Yes, you're on your show. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Congrats, Gordy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Gordy.
There it is. Love and adoration.
Hell of a clip.
We love it. We love to see it. Mine, I'm like, Gord, I don't want to have a party, man. Like, because I know what happened. I'm like, I don't want to have a party. It's like, no, everybody wants to celebrate you. I'm like, fine. I go in character to the party.
Oh my God.
It bombs at the party.
And it was one of those moments of like watching it live because it was live to air.
Mhm.
And just like, and the sound of everybody just like, oh. It's like, oh.
Everyone in the real audience? At your
Yeah,
party?
at Street Action Theater.
Watching
just
you
like,
bomb too.
God. And I'm like, and that's the thing that bothered me the most. That's when the anger really hit. And that's the sadness too, because I was like, you're a bunch of bullies, man.
Yeah.
You're a fucking bunch of bullies. Like, I gave you so much. I was in character more than anyone that day. And you could have done this amazing 5-minute reel of like, oh, Weirdo showed up and like, he was really happy. And then he like, we don't know what he did and he ate shit, but he left and he was really happy. And I'm like, that would have been a great 5-minute clown. But all they did was they edited what actually happened on stage. They cut it down so much. They didn't show me fighting back. They acted as if I just walked out and I'm like, no, I fucking pulled myself. Nobody beat me. I didn't, nobody beat me. And I made it seem.
You lit yourself on fire.
Yeah.
You're like one of those monks letting yourself on fire.
I did that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't slip into fire. Like, I lit it.
You know what
Good
it was.
analogy. Yeah. Monks burning themselves. But so I was really pissed off at the edit. They made me look stupid.
Well,
Yeah,
you know what?
like,
Now
well-
you've got closure. We got to hear the whole story. It was a lot of fun for us. And the best part is, I think that story was true. Alexa?
I think that story might have been true.
It's a lie. It's a lie, dude. I'm a star. No, no, it's all true.
It's all true.
Sorry, that was a really long story, everybody. I mean, the other stories that I have are much shorter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You want me
What's,
to tell those?
I think it's probably time now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
Right?
ready to get into it.
Dang.
Do you feel like you're a good liar?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But
So this should be very straightforward.
yeah, really straightforward. You want me just to fire off both stories?
Yeah,
Like,
we're
or- 'cause I know you guys like to ask
usually- No,
questions.
in between, we usually will ask some questions.
Really?
So we'll just do one. Just do your whichever one you've planned.
May I
first.
ask you a question though? Why not let me roll off 2 in a row? Because then you wouldn't have time to. You know what
I
mean? Make it
know,
harder
but
for you
usually
guys.
we like to do that for the audience so that they can hear like
Okay.
some questions and poke some
questions,
holes
yeah.
before. Because at the end of the second story, we might have forgotten some details of the first.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
we're stupid.
Because we're all
Okay.
dumb up in this.
Well, you're sitting with one of those as well. Little stupid guy. All right, so
We're all
Uh,
dumb in this bitch.
yeah, I'm sorry about this. No slurs, but I'm Jewish.
Whoa! Do you fucking mind?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh
sorry.
my God. We had no idea. Oh.
Cut it, Jeremy.
Cut everything. Yeah, roll the clip. So in between like 12 and 13, I would go to overnight summer Jewish camp as
Whoa.
Jews do, and
I went to church camp, Christian camp.
church
so there
camp.
you go.
Oh, that's
Summer-
nice. Summer church
Christian,
camp.
Yeah,
Oh,
summer
that's
little
cute.
summer church Christian.
And look at
camp.
this. World peace in our
World
very
peace
Look at
studio.
that. We're here. The Christians and the Jews.
Woo!
finally.
Working out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we needed another denomination to really be here.
I'm
Which I
here.
guess, yeah, you.
Yeah, whatever you are.
Whatever
Nobody
you are,
knows.
man. So in between 12 and 13, I'm at the Camp Shalom is what it was called in Gravenhurst, Ontario.
Ugh, how,
I'm so
how
sorry.
on brand.
No, it wasn't.
It is
Really?
Camp Shalom.
If you asked me
Gravenhurst,
to
man.
name like a fictional like Jewish camp, I feel like that's like the name that ChatGPT would immediately
It almost
come
sounds like
up.
anti-Semitic.
It does sound a little
There's
anti-Semitic.
Camp B'nai Brit. There's Camp Ramah. There's Camp Shalom. We went to Camp Shalom. in
Okay, he
Gravenhurst.
went to Camp Shalom.
Camp Shalom.
All right.
So I had a crush on this girl, Jenny Roth. And
wow. At Camp
and
Shalom.
yeah, and it's like, oh man, it's so God. So it was one night, and I went to the cabin, you know, and and I wanted to walk her back to the cabin, and so I did.
Are you like
and-
15, 16?
No, between 12 and 13.
Oh, 12. No, you
He's
did say
30.
that. Sorry, he's
Yeah.
30 at this
30,
time.
man. I'm a counselor.
I'm a counselor. And I'm walking this
Oh, yeah,
13-year-old
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, let's ruin a
My
career
life.
Yikes.
of 4 exes. There's nothing to ruin. I ruined my own career. I cancel myself.
I'm the monk.
I'm the monk. It's just,
Oh, no.
this is kerosene.
Yeah. No one's self-immolated themselves. Immolation on our show yet.
Immolation.
No,
good,
not
good.
yet. But you can be the
Well,
first.
speaking of self-immolation, then I asked Jenny Roth if I can kiss her, and she
She
goes,
said, fuck no.
she goes, okay, actually.
She gave you
Alexa,
not
She
an
gave
X.
you not an
She
X.
gave
She
you an
gave
X.
you a big check mark.
thumbs up. So
That would be
it
the
was
opposite of an
like
X.
a little peck on, just on the lips. A
Wow.
little
Was
one.
this your first kiss?
Yes.
Wow.
And it was like, and she went back in the cabin, and it's just like the butterflies and everything, and I'm like
Aw.
running back, and it's at
To
night.
jerk off as quickly as possible.
I don't think I even knew what jerking off was at the time.
Oh, you missed out, buddy.
Missed out. Yeah, I missed out on a lot of
At
things.
camp at Amen, they jerked off a lot.
I'm kidding.
Well, I'm running back, and bam, that's gonna pop there. But I ran into a tree in the
Shit.
dark. I ran into a tree because I was so excited and wasn't watching where I was going, and I had to explain to people the next day about the shiner on my face without
Wow.
telling them what happened with me and Jenny Roth.
Because you're a gentleman, you don't want to kiss and tell?
Also,
Yeah,
you
dude.
don't think you're supposed to be doing that at any religious camp. It's probably like...
Well, it's like it was
Oh.
separated cabins, but it wasn't. There was like more Orthodox ones. This is more of a
Mm.
conservative.
Yes.
Jewish
See, that's good. You were a good little student of God. Because I would have been like, boys, I just was smooching.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, the
So
black guy?
you
from
didn't
kissing.
tell any of the other boys then?
no,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
Different. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of guys would have been like, you never guess what that slut Jenny Roth did.
Yeah, they would lie. She sucked my dick. Wow.
Yeah,
Are you still in touch with Jenny Roth?
no. She doesn't care anything about me. No.
Jenny Roth.
Do you think
yeah.
she saw the clip of
Moved
you on
on.
Canada's Got
Well,
Talent?
well, this part is going to sound fake, but there was a guy. So we're Jews, so we all go to the same high school, which was Chat Community Hebrew Academy of Toronto, and she ended up like dating. This is crazy. The guy's name was John Smith, which
Funny.
is not very
Sounds
Jewish
fake.
name. I know, but they ended up getting
All
married.
these names sound fake.
Yeah, I know.
I
but
feel like you're making
it
stuff
literally
up.
his name is John Smith.
Okay.
His name is John Smith, and they got married, and they have like 3 kids.
And he's
wow.
He's Jewish. Went to Jewish high school.
You went to
somebody's
Camp Shalom
dad.
too, or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Somebody's dad did the old Donald Trump to Trump move on that.
Yeah,
last
it
name.
probably was like Smithstein or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
they just cut it down, coming over on the boats to whatever.
They looked around, they're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, man, no
We
way.
better
Dude. You're a
switch some
Smith
shit.
to me, man. So yeah, that's the first story.
Okay. I forgot that I was to see if someone's alive. Okay.
Did you get smooched at a Christian camp?
Oh, that's a good
No,
question.
it was like not a sleepover camp. It was like just a day camp.
Mm.
And then the only like sleepover camp I went to ever was a horse girl camp. It was like horse camp, but it was girls only. So no, I'm straight, so I didn't. But I don't know. Maybe some girls found love there. I don't know. Who am I to judge?
Who are you
Anyway,
to judge? Maybe some horses
um,
switch each other at night? Who knows? Who knows?
who knows? I think one of the horses did get pregnant and eventually had a baby. But
See?
anyway.
Oh, had a foal.
Not
What
so
a
different,
fool.
Jews and Christians.
Not so different. We
Not
can
so
be
different,
friends.
huh?
Why can't we be
Be
friends?
Okay.
Oh, we can't use that. You gotta have to royalty free.
Shit! Change it.
Yeah.
Why can't we be good
Beautiful.
buddies?
There you go. Perfect.
There you go. We got it.
Okay, so yeah, what do you think? Get him to tell the quicker one, the other one too. I mean, that's pretty.
wait.
You got some more questions.
No, I don't have any other questions.
Okay.
Describe Jennifer Roth to me.
Describe Jennifer Roth.
Yeah,
Brown hair, wavy brown hair.
checks out.
Yeah,
5 foot.
sounds about right.
3. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
How did you have a few? Did you have a crush on her for a couple years after this?
Yeah.
For like 10 years after?
In high school. In
Did
Chad.
she go to
You
your
all
high
went
school
to the
too?
same
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah, we all went the same- like-
Was it like a
Oh.
showmance where like when you got back to school, it was like it never happened? Or was it like a secret, like I can't believe we kissed, that was only like at summer camp? It was like, that's a different
It's
world.
like it never happened.
It was
It's
like,
like it never happened.
Never happened.
Because there's so yeah, then like you're in high school. So Jews, especially with this is chat. And chat is where like
Sorry.
Jews from different schools go to this like private. You learn, Hebrew English high school. It's the only one
Oh, okay.
in Toronto. Now there's Char, which is Richmond Hill. Anyways, oh no, that shut down. So you come in from different schools, but what happens is like I also went to USDS, United Synagogue Day School, that campus, and so a lot of us go to chat. Not everybody, some go to public school, but most of them go to chat, and so you're from all different places in the Jewish community.
Right.
And you're coming into this high school.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
And
so
so
you
I-
all kind of know meet or know.
and
each
I
other
liked
in a
her,
way.
and so there was like this nerdy group of friends that involved John Smith and Andrew and Jenny Roth and Francis, and so
What's Andrew's last name?
what's Andrew's last
Yeah.
name? Lipovsky.
Okay.
I don't know. you
I'm
could
just
be
fucking
this
making
up.
sure it's a true story.
All right,
He's
Alright,
naming
alright.
Roth and Smith. You don't think I'm gonna double check?
Roth.
See,
Roth is so Jewish. What are you saying?
no, of course it is.
Smith is not very Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smith is, but he's the guy's John Smith. That's crazy. Pocahontas story, man.
That is a Pocahontas.
She was Pocahontas.
Wow.
Wow, that's beautiful. And you were, I guess, the bad guys.
I was 4 X's.
You were 4 X's.
Yeah, and a big X on my fucking shiner from that tree, man.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to camp a year later and then it was like, hey, don't try it, pal. It's not gonna happen.
No,
again.
because I went to Dunlay's tennis camp after that.
Oh, you switched to athletics.
Yeah, to athletic. Yeah, let's see where that got me. Yeah, good. Jesus.
Okay, okay. All right, next story because I
The
can't
next
think of any
story?
other questions.
All right. Well, I got 2 options for that one too. I got
Canada's Got Talent.
Yeah, I got the New York one, the one in New York pain, or
Okay.
the one in the mountains pain.
All your
Which one do
stories
you
are
want?
pain.
They all
Pain.
involve pain. Yeah. You want mountain pain or you want New York pain?
I don't know. We had somebody on talking about Vegas. Maybe we'll take a New York story. Let's do another city story.
Yeah, New York story.
What do you think?
Yeah, works for me.
Which
Okay.
one are you in more pain?
New York.
Okay.
Which
yeah.
one's faster?
I'll do New York.
no,
I'm not a good storyteller. I talk a lot.
you
You're
are a good
great
sto- I appreciate
storyteller.
it.
Honestly, that was a great
You're a
story off the
wonderful
top.
story.
Thanks, guys.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it.
Isaac, seriously, it
storyteller.
was really like a lot of people, myself included, didn't know how those shows work. I've seen them for 20
Yeah.
years, my whole life.
And I'm glad because a lot of my aunts and uncles, sorry everybody, but they don't know that like reality TV, like they don't know that it's like
Oh,
scripted, of course.
Right.
No,
No,
so
they-
a lot of people wouldn't know that like, yeah, they probably when they're auditioning, they plan like, okay, this person, like, I think we could easily like make them look really bad and like we can make the audience like whatever. And they maybe picked you for that because they're like, okay, if we spin it like this and we tell the audience to boo and we tell them to give X's, like it'll happen like this.
Yeah, and when you watch it now, sorry, but it's like, okay, you watch the fucking show. The audience is different behind the judges.
Like
Wear
it
different
shows different
clothing.
clips of people cheering and stuff
Yeah,
from different episodes.
it's not real.
Well,
it's not
all
fucking.
they
They're
have to
telling
do-
people they're fucking X people.
And even
All
like,
they have to do is like play different music over different audience shots.
Yes, else it's the most awkward screening, filming of all fucking time. It's so awkward. It's quiet, and then they're like, "We're doing a pickup," and like
Yeah.
Howie's doing the worst jokes. These people's jokes are terrible and they're cringy, and you just got to sit there, and then you got to like, okay,
Me and
we're gonna
Howie
need
have
you to
that in
applause
common.
right now, and there's nothing happening on it. You're like watching something.
oh, and the audience is fake clapping?
Yes.
Yeah, they probably are like, okay, now everybody clap.
And when I was in character the second night, behind me were this 2 nice little old couple, and on stage was it Ralphie? This like 50-year-old dude who whistled, and they hit Ralphie with 3 or 4 X's midway through, and then like Cardinal or Howie was like, no, keep going. Cardinal was like, keep going, and made him whistle while they were joking at each other as the judges, and destroyed Ralphie. And
Aw.
behind me, and like the cameras are like right here filming this old couple, and I'm with next to Gourd's wife, and all I hear is like, why were they so mean to Ralphie?
Do they knew him?
Oh,
That was the parents.
no.
And it was like, Ralphie went to all the jazz clubs. He worked really hard. Why were they so rude to him? And I'm just like, and like I'm like grabbing my knee because we're like, oh my fucking God. This is the
Not
saddest
Ralphie's
shit.
parents right behind you.
And when you see Gourd's clip, if you play it, if not, he has a dog cone on and they throw a cupcake into it. And the lady's like, why didn't they like Ralphie, but they liked the guy with the dog bowl?
Wait, I do like that she bullies Gourd's act. Now I have less sympathy for her.
Yeah, like, all right.
And then one of the other fucking one of the 1,000 producers comes over, kneels down, and is like, "Hey, are you okay? Because you don't look so happy."
To the old people?
Yeah. And I'm like, and I'm in a silent character. I was like, motherfucker, of course she's not happy. You fucking bullied her son.
yeah, it's like,
It's like, what's going on? And it's like, they're like, it'd be great if you could stay. So there's not like an empty seat there. And I'm like, fucking lady, get out of here. Like,
You're 88 years old. You don't got much time left.
it's just, they're bullies and they're cruel and I hate them. Anyways.
You know what? Also, like, it's interesting. The thing I learned about that is that Gourd got the 4 yeses, and they still didn't
Still
actually make it to the
didn't take
second
him.
round. That it's a
Yeah.
little rigged,
it's
or that it's just not.
not
It's not
true.
It's not true. It's just not. I mean, but it was true in what they gave him, and like when you watch it, if you watch Gourd's thing, like Gourd, I mean, it's a really good story because who Gourd is as a person, and then to see his act is like, yeah, that's also a good narrative storyline,
Mhm.
but like not enough to get. I'm like, come on. Man.
Would Gourd audition again?
Yeah, he would.
Would you?
I was thinking about it. If I did it, it would almost be like a
You gotta-
real troll.
You'd have to
Like,
do the exact same act
yeah,
again.
like
You'd have to
I
do
would
it
troll
exactly.
it again. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But instead of sunglasses or something, it's just like watches this time.
Watch the Watchman. Yeah,
You gotta.
Hey,
Or
this
hats.
episode airs a year from now. Isaac's won. He calls us. He's like, "You gotta take that thing down."
Oh,
I love Howie Mandel.
I forgot one of the hugest red flags. It was when I was on deck, like 2 before, and there was this couple that had. By the way, I found out talking to them during the day, they are like European champions. They were like world champions. I'm like, you are already champions? And they had like, she was 16 and he was like 21 when they started dancing together. And then they got into a relationship. It was just like weird. And he was such a fucking douchebag to her, like backstage. It was horrible. And then like when they come on, like they actually went to like the finals that round or season or whatever, semifinals. But like when they came back after they had done their thing, it was like, it was good. But like, I wish they hadn't said to the audience we were award winners. Then we'd have more love for
Oh,
each.
because they'd think they were underdogs.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, fuck you, man. Like, you're already fucking.
He almost knew how to play the game of those shows.
Yeah, it's just, oh, God. Oh, yeah, the red flag was when they were on stage. I was like 1 or 2 before I went on. And what do they play? They're like, all right, the stage is yours. Fucking the one from, what's the Lady Gaga movie with
Star is Born.
Stars Born. What's
Tell me something.
Yeah, what's that
Yeah.
song?
I don't remember what it's called, but they play that song.
Yeah.
Falling.
Whatever it was. That song? That's the song. And I'm thinking, wait a second. Wait.
They told you.
Why couldn't you play
use-
my 90s like weird dance track, but you got fucking Lady Gaga? And then I listen to other songs.
It
I'm
was
like, wait
just-
a second.
They're not getting like this piece of shit's getting cut. We're not paying $400
We're not
bucks.
paying for it.
yeah.
We're not paying for the royalties. I was like, literally, you paid thousands, $100,000 to have all these songs, not me. I was like, you mother. Like that's also. And I was like, what the?
That
fuck
is funny, listening to like Taylor Swift songs and all these monster songs, and you're like,
Wait
oh
a
god, I think I'm gonna.
You can't play my song.
Yours sounds like a commercial jingle
I was like,
from.
oh my god, I was so. Ugh. Anyways, you want to hear the New York story?
Yeah.
Please.
All right.
Let's
So
hear it.
My mom knits. She likes to knit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And when my dad was alive, sorry about that. Rest in peace to your dad.
Shit.
For context, I killed Isaac's dad.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Jeez, Ian. Anyways, I was gonna go to New York. I think the next day. Yeah, I was gonna go to New York the next day. Fly down to New York, and I was hanging. My dad looked like Santa Claus. It was like a handicapped Santa Claus. Like,
Oh my
couldn't
God.
walk very couldn't walk very well. Jolly big belly, bald and a big white beard. Lovely funny guy, really funny.
Jingle King of Canada.
Jingle King of Canada. That's right.
Shit.
Yeah.
So I was lying in bed where my mom would be and talking to him, in the afternoon before the day I left, and we were just shooting the shit. And I'm like, okay, Dad, well, all right, I'm gonna go downstairs. So I get out of bed, off his, my mom's side of the bed, and I feel like a pressure and in my foot, and I was like, that's weird, and I just kept going. And then I get out on the side of the bed and I go to stand up, but I feel this weird, like numb, like a weird, not pain, just a pressure
Yeah.
on the bottom of my foot. And I was like, this is weird. And I just kind of fall over. I just fall over because I'm like, that doesn't feel right. I just fall over. And I was like, huh. And then I like lift my leg up and I look, and I got like something 6 inches sticking out
Hell yeah,
from my
baby.
foot. And I grab it, and I go like this, and it just keeps really smoothly
Oh my
sliding
god, oh my
out.
god, oh my god.
And what I pull out was my mom knits all the time, and one of those
Oh my god.
12-inch knitting needles
Oh, that's actually my
was-
worst. I hate
was
that.
sticking. She leaves them in bed and was sticking out, pointing up that I didn't see. And when I put my foot down on it, and I put full pressure,
Oh my
and
god,
it
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
and it
What?
bent in half. So when I pulled it out, it looked like this because I bent it like that, pushing it so far into my foot
Oh my
because it was
God.
jammed
Oh
in
my
the
God.
side
Oh
of the
my
bed.
God.
And then I'm like, oh, and I look at it, no blood. There's no fucking blood. Weirdest shit of like, there's no fucking blood. Like there's like a little bit, and that was it.
Oh, it's because those really deep cuts don't start bleeding till later, I bet.
No, didn't bleed at all.
What?
Yeah,
It's like
Just
acupuncture.
completely missed all the blood vessels.
but it hit bone and
Ugh.
bent. And
Oh
then
my
we had to go to like a walk-in clinic and get a tetanus shot because I was like, I don't know what the fuck that was, right? And well, it had happened so far as I also had to perform that night, and we could not do.
Couldn't throw the sunglasses.
No, couldn't do it.
no.
Yeah, it was Niagara Falls,
Fuck.
and we were at a sketch comedy festival that night with my duo partner Ken, and I had to perform on crutches because then it was like a lot of pain. And
Yeah.
I couldn't put any pressure on it. And we had to do a sketch comedy festival, but we had to do improv at a sketch comedy festival because we couldn't do any of the sketches because it was like I can't move that way.
Yeah.
And you guys are so physical in your act.
Very physical. And then I've got to fly on a plane, and it's the winter, and so I was in New York City with a cane because my dad had a lot of canes, and I'm walking around with like. Also, my cousins lived in deep Queens, so it'd be like an hour and a bit on a subway. And I could not. I don't really like New York so much because I've had some rough trips like this one, where I'm in New York for like, 10 hours straight, 12 hours straight.
Mhm.
I get there off the subway. I can't go back. But I looked at myself at the reflection of a storefront glass, and I looked like some kind of creature coming out of a cave. Like I had my huge backpack and my huge like hoodie and a winter jacket, and I'm just like walking around like this, and I can just imagine what people are looking at, and they're like, "Oh, keep away from this guy."
Yeah.
And I had to walk around. I was there for like a week in New York
Oh my god.
after just having had a 6 inches of a knitting needle in the bottom of my foot.
Oh. Oh my
Pain.
god.
Yay. Pain.
Ah, that's actually I hate that.
Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
How long ago is that?
That would have been like 14 years ago.
Shoot, I was like hoping to be able to catch him in the act, and I've known Isaac since 2017. We met in LA.
That's right.
But I'm like, if
Mm.
this is before that, I don't know, because I don't remember you ever being on crutches.
Because it happened well before me.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say that
No follow-ups?
no, but I think
Why does your mom sleep with the needles in the bed?
Interesting.
Like that to me sounds dangerous. You're lucky you went through the fucking
Yeah,
ankle,
fuck.
not the.
Interesting. But who does improv at a sketch comedy festival?
Are you? Oh, you're trying to throw us off now.
Yeah.
You
Well,
guys,
I think the
because you don't
Canada's
like
Got
to prepare.
Talent story is true.
What?
I
yeah.
think the Canada's Got Talent story is true.
Yeah, yeah. I
That
think
one for
one's
sure is true.
That
yeah.
one's for
Both are lies.
We did see a clip of that, so I think that
Okay,
may
I'm gonna go with the Jenny story as being true, only because I don't want the second story to be true because
Okay.
I hate. Oh yeah, my gosh, I have
Oh,
most
wow.
out of signs. Here, this one's for you.
Oh, good. Thank you so
true
much.
True and lie, and then you can tell us which is which. But
Okay.
I'm gonna say second story is a lie or stolen. First story is true.
Okay, Ian.
I think that the second story is true,
Ooh.
and that happened. And I don't believe his first kiss was at camp. I believe that was a lie. Maybe he knew Jenny Roth. She was already kissing Smith back then.
She was
She was already
she was kissing everybody
Damn,
at
dude.
camp.
Damn.
Wait! Before
Okay.
before the big reveal,
All right.
audience, please take your guesses, cast your votes, as they say.
No more votes.
no more-
Trauma with the votes,
no
yeah.
voting.
Give him a big type X in the comments.
Yeah.
No more X's.
Everybody put X in the comments.
No.
Just tag Cardinal if it's shot. I'd love for him to see this interview.
Actually, tag Cardinal.
We're
Coming for
tagging
you,
Cardinal and take your guesses. If you're listening, just say it out loud, scream it into the void, whatever you need to do, scream it into the darkness. And if you're on YouTube, we'll hear it. And if you're on YouTube, you can comment down below which story you think is true or false. Isaac,
Yes.
big reveal.
Big reveal. Camp story. Lie.
Oh!
Second story. True.
I'm on a roll.
Man.
That's a few weeks in a row.
Man.
Was the kiss? Did you actually know Jenny Roth?
Well, it was Jennifer Marks in chat, and I had a crush on her in high school, and she ended up dating John Smith, and they got married.
Whoa.
I had no friends.
You just changed her last name?
Yeah. I had no friends when I was between 12 and 13 because I was bullied heavily.
Oh,
and
shit.
My only friend was Andrew Roth, and then he told me he wanted to be my friend anymore.
Oh.
That happened at a cabin.
Wow.
Wait, somehow the story got sadder.
Yeah.
This
No,
has
he told me
gone
he didn't
so
want to be
much.
my friend anymore at a cabin.
Wow, fuck you,
At
Andrew Roth.
Maple Lake.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
why we're naming
that's
names.
okay. He doesn't care about me. And then
We don't care about you either, Andrew.
That's right. And,
Actually, he's a dear friend of mine. now.
but it's a kind of a nice story because that is my dad's story. My
Oh.
dad had his first kiss at. I never went to
At Camp
sleepover Jewish
Shalom.
camp. I did go to Dunlea's tennis camp.
Is Camp Shalom real?
Camp Shalom is real and in Gravenhurst. I couldn't remember, and I can't ask my dad.
I
Unfortunately,
thought you were gonna say no, I made that.
You're like, no, that's
Yeah.
Jewish. That's Nazi propaganda.
No, it is Camp Shalom. It's very famous. I don't remember where he went. Maybe it was Camp Shalom because it's in Gravenhurst. He was from Hamilton,
Mhm.
but he did kiss. He told the story a lot, and I can't remember the name of what her name was, but he did kiss. His first kiss was with a girl, and then he ran back, and he would always tell the story and always do a big bang sound.
And
when
hit the tree.
Ran into a tree. Yeah, he
Oh
ran into
my
a tree.
gosh.
Yeah.
Full speed into a tree.
Yeah.
I ran at horse camp. Me and your father have this in common, I guess. I ran not into a tree, but into a rope. I couldn't see in the dark because we were doing. Do you know what's that game? It's like cops and robbers, but you have to
Capture the flag?
No, we
Red
had
Rover?
to No, it was at night, and we had to sneak back to
King of the
base
Hill.
camp. King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
That's what it was. And I was running full blast, and I ran into a rope, and it right in my stomach, and I flew back. I almost had to throw up, and then I had a reddish.
I've had that
bruise.
a red twine thing.
Oh
Oh
god.
god,
Like a
it was
cat
awful.
scratch.
Painful.
Just had no idea what was happening.
Yeah. Second story, completely true.
You walked around New York like a monster.
That monster.
That's
yeah. And I did step on a
crazy.
12-inch knitting
Ooh.
needle. Bend it.
Do you still have a scar?
No. It's the weirdest.
Weirdest
it went
industry?
through muscle.
Oh my god! Oh my
and
god!
it hit
oh my
the
god.
heel bone and it just bent. But it was honestly, it was one Kleenex dabbing it and did a little bit of blood. Did not bleed at all.
And
But
listeners,
it had this throbbing pain.
and listeners can
Oh,
buy
God.
that old sewing needle on eBay. You were saying?
They can buy it. Also, Ian and I went into the ArcLight in Hollywood together, and in front of us
Movie
sat-
theater.
Movie theater. It was with you, I think.
Yeah.
And in front of us sat Colin Farrell.
Wow.
Was that you or somebody else?
No, in front of us sat Jason Alexander, who played George on Seinfeld.
Okay, at the ArcLight.
But I know that you
Yes,
stole.
Julian Dezzotti, my buddy Julian.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Yeah, he and I went to the ArcLight before I met you, and in front of us sat Colin Farrell watching Night of Cups. Remember that movie Night of Cups by Terrence Malick?
I don't remember that.
No.
Night of Cups is so boring, but Colin Farrell was in it, and he sat right in front of us, and he had his drink, and I think he had popcorn, and he also had what's the chocolate called?
Junior Mints.
Junior Mints. Junior Mints, very good.
Junior
He
Mints.
left all his shit. He didn't take it out and throw it out. He left it there.
You're
and
calling
I-
out everybody.
Colin.
You're
I
calling
grabbed-
out Cardinal. You're calling out Colin Farrell at the movie
And
theater.
he had 6 Junior Mints left in the box, and I grabbed and still have somewhere, I hope, in my luggage storage or something. I have Colin Farrell's Junior Mints box.
Wow.
Did
if
you eat
anybody
the
wants
mints?
to buy-
Nah, I kept it in there.
The 6 mints, and fans can buy that
They
from,
can buy that shit.
from you on eBay as well.
Well, Ian also got me into sports gambling about 3 weeks ago.
Oh shit.
And I've lost a lot of money, so I need to make some money back. So
See,
I am selling
I
the Junior
did
Mints.
hear that Ian got you into sports betting. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry to hear
So-
that.
so-
It's
Isaac-
truly a plague upon adolescent men.
Adolescent.
I don't know,
Men.
young men.
No, adolescent. Yeah.
Isaac's 14.
That's right.
Well, in
Yeah.
some ways.
Yeah, I guess
You
adolescent.
mean men
is
who've
when
never
I-
matured who became
No,
comedians?
what's young men, not young men, young men.
No, adolescent's accurate.
Adolescent.
You heard about the things I've chosen
I'm
to do
just
in my
gonna-
life. That's
I'm
a
just
very
gonna-
not mature thing to
We're
do.
keeping with that.
Isaac, where can the people find you?
Where can people
Well,
find
you know, on my
Vagetti.
Instagram, yeah, I still am. It's DJ Menorah.
Oh,
DJ Menorah.
he changed
DJ Manoa
it.
on TikTok?
Oh, is it or is it Jamiroquai? It's what I can't remember what my
Don't
handle
look at
is.
me. I don't know.
I asked him for his opinion back then. I said
Yeah.
DJ Menorah or Jamiroquai.
I was on ayahuasca. I don't remember anything.
Damn, dude. You were
Eddie
worthy.
Kendrick.
I think it's DJ Menorah because on Snapchat it says Jamiroquai. No, it's DJ Menorah. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I don't post, but go ahead. Isaac Kessler on Instagram. One Man No Show, Two Man No Show, Sweet Action Theater.
They can find you everywhere.
Check this out,
Boom! He's
man.
everywhere. He's outside your house
I'm
right
doing
now.
it, dude. I'm
Trying to sell you some
I'm
celebrities.
pulling off sunglasses, man.
You're pulling on sunglasses
you
and saying,
find-
I am Colin Farrell's Junior Mids.
Give out a big old X for Cardinal off the show, man. 4 X's for Cardinal. Not a big fan over here. But I did like his one song that he had.
Me too.
He said a few. He said, well, I'm not going to defend.
Don't defend Cardinal.
He built the shelf. He was very important for Canadian hip hop.
Oh,
Was
my
he?
God.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Yes, sir!
thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in for another episode of Steele My Story. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Steele My Story Podcast, or you can watch full episodes on YouTube at my YouTube channel, Alexa Rose Steele. We'll see you next week. Bye.